Okay, so let's get started. So in this episode, we're just going to cover some of the basics, and that is variables. So very easy things just to get our feet wet a little bit. So let's make a new project. And oh, why is that open? Let's close that. We don't need that. You know, maybe I'll cut that out. Probably not. Anyways, let's make a project. So here we have how to create a project using OpenFL. So what we want to do is first we want to open a command prompt in the folder where we want our project folder to be. So I want my project folder to be in here. So let's go up one, and then I will right click on this and open command window here. So now I'm inside this folder in the command window. So as we can see, we have a command here on how to make a new project, and that is lime create openfl project, and then the name of our project, and let's call this nature of Haxe, like so. And then it'll work for a little bit, do that, and when we go into this folder, there it is. I'll alphabetize it, so yeah, nature of Haxe, and then we have our Haxe project right here. So double click that. That should open up Flash Develop, and we will be on our way. Okay, so here we are in Flash Develop, and we have a single source file here called main. And all it is the class called main that extends a flash sprite, and it should just be a white box that does nothing, basically. And look, there it is, doing nothing. So we're going to talk about variables. What are variables? Variables are bits of information that we can hold on to for later use. It's very useful. I highly recommend using them. In fact, I don't know how you can program without using them. So let's make a variable. So let's say in this program I need to store how old I am. So first we're going to declare our variable. That is, we need to tell the program we need to store this information. So how do we do that? With the keyword var or var or whatever. And after this we're going to put the name of our variable. Variable names, you can name it whatever you want, but one or a few caveats with that is it must start with either a letter or underscore. It can't start with a number. I think those are the only options. So if we want to store our ages, we can just call this age or underscore age. But it can't be one age, because notice how it turns green. It thinks it's a number, so it's not a number yet. It will store a number in a moment, and in many programming languages, this is all you need: is the keyword to declare it and the name of it. But we need to tell Haxe and OpenFL what kind of information we're going to store inside of this variable. And we do that with a colon, and then we're going to store our age, which usually, let's just say we're keeping whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no decimal points or anything. So that kind of number is called an integer. So we'll give it the type int. So here we have this box labeled age, and it can only hold whole numbers. How do we put a number in there? easy with the equals sign. A single equals sign is the assignment operator, as they call it. So we're going to assign the value of 32 to this age variable. So we're going to take the value 32 and put it in this box. So how can we tell what's inside here? So just as a quick way to see how we can see what our code is doing, we're going to use the trace function. And we'll talk about functions later, but essentially functions are the things that your code does. Inside of it, it's other bits of code usually. But what this does is it will put whatever we want onto the screen in a little log. So, for example, we wanted to say, hello world. We hit build and go, just to give it a quick test, and there it is, hello world, like that. But if we want to print our age, we can put 32 in there directly, and it will print 32. But the really useful way to do it, 32 might change. I have a birthday coming up, so we'll just put age, and as the value changes, it will, automatically update. So I put that in there. 32. Okay, good. So yeah, so I do have a birthday coming up. So how can we change this information in the future? So next month I have my birthday. My age will equal 33. And if we trace it, trace age, and hit equals, or not equals, we build it, there we go, 33. So if you notice, the program just goes line by line, one after the other. So we make the age, we trace it, it gives us 32 because we assigned it here. Then we change it to 33, and then we trace it again, so then it's 33 here. So trace is really useful for seeing like what it is that's going inside your code to find errors and whatnot. But let's say before next month I fall into a cryogenic freezing chamber, and I wake up 50 years in the future, right? And let's say my math isn't so good and I can't really add that in my head. So what I could do is my age will equal my current age plus 50. So how can we do that? There's two ways to do it. One, we can put age plus 50. So when I wake up in the future, I'll be 82 in 50 years. So the way this equals works is it works backwards, if that makes sense. So it will take what happens on the right side of the equals sign. It will do whatever addition, subtraction, multiplication it needs, and then it'll solve that equals 82, and then I'll put it inside of age, and again. So it's easy to just use. It can be self-referential. But an even easier way to do this is plus equals. So that's the same as what I had before, which was, and double forward slash is a comment, so this code doesn't run. So it's exactly the same as age equals age plus 50. So same exact code, but this is a bit of shorthand to do the same thing. There's other bits of shorthand. For example, if we wanted to let's say 10 years ago, how old was I? So my age minus equals 10. That's when I was 22. Or how old will I be when I'm twice my current age? Age times equals 2, which would be 64. And that's other things we can do there. So, let's talk about other types of variables in the next episode. Okay, so I will see you in the next episode. We'll just go over some other types and talk about those. Alright, see you later.